Picture this. You've been married for 50 years. You still walk hand in hand down the street. You still laugh at the same silly jokes. You still look at each other just like you did on your wedding day. You know the look I'm talking about, the one that says, "You're still my person." Now, be honest with me. Do you believe that's really possible? Or does it sound like something that only happens in movies? Today, I'm going to share the real secrets from couples who actually did it. Couples who loved each other for decades, not just in the sunshine, but through storms that would break most people apart. And here's my promise to you. By the end of this video, you won't just understand their secrets, you'll feel them in your heart. Most people think the secret is in grand romantic gestures, diamonds, dream vacations, fancy dinners at expensive restaurants. But when I asked these couples, they smiled, shook their heads, and said, "It's not about that. It's about the little things." One man told me, "Every morning, I bring her coffee, even if we argued the night before. That's my way of saying we start fresh every day." Think about that for a moment. It's not just coffee. It's a daily promise, a ritual, a way of saying, "I still choose you." Now I'm curious, what's your little ritual with your partner? Tell me in the comments, because you never know, your story might inspire someone else watching. Then there's the couple who've been married for 63 years. They told me, "We never stopped dating each other." And they meant it. Little notes slipped into a lunch bag, dancing barefoot in the kitchen while dinner's on the stove, putting on a nice shirt or a pretty dress just to make the other smile. Here's the secret. They didn't wait to feel in love to do these things. They did them so the feeling would come back. When was the last time you went on a date with your partner? And no, sitting on the couch watching TV doesn't count. I'm talking about a real date, even if it's just walking in the park and holding hands. One woman told me something I'll never forget. "There were times I wanted to walk away, but every time I stayed, I discovered something new about him and about myself." She wasn't talking about staying in something unhealthy, absolutely not. She was talking about the ordinary seasons of marriage, the times when you feel distant, when life gets busy, when it feels like you're living side by side, but not really together. Her advice? Don't make big decisions in small storms. Let the waters calm, then sit down and talk. And here's one that made me smile. Humor. Couples who laugh together stay together. One husband, now in his 80s, leaned forward and whispered to me like it was a secret. "She still makes me laugh harder than anyone else." Why does that matter? Because laughter is a reset button. It melts away tension. It pulls you out of the past and out of the future and drops you right back into the moment. So tell me in the comments, what's the funniest thing your partner has ever done? Because I want us all to laugh together. And here's something every single couple agreed on. Choose your battles. One man smiled and said, "If it's not going to matter in 5 years, it's not worth 5 minutes of anger." Can you imagine how peaceful that must feel? Think of how many arguments you could avoid. How much more love you'd have left at the end of the day just by asking yourself that one question. They weren't saying to ignore real problems. They were saying, don't waste your energy on things that don't matter. Save your heart for the things that do. And then there was the couple married for 72 years. When I asked their secret, the wife looked at her husband, then looked back at me and said, "We decided a long time ago that love isn't just a feeling, it's a decision we make every single day." Feelings change. They fade. They come back. They shift like the seasons. But a decision, A decision holds steady. A decision carries you through decades. So if you want a love that lasts, you have to feed it. You have to protect it, not just from the outside world, but from neglect. You have to keep creating those little rituals that mean everything. You have to keep dating your partner, even when you don't feel like it. You have to bring humor into the hard days. And above all, you have to keep making that decision every single day to love them. So, here's my challenge for you. Today, do one small thing for your partner. A kind word, a little surprise, a gentle touch. And if you're single, do one small thing for yourself, because self-love is where it all begins. And maybe 50 years from now, when someone asks you for your secret, you'll smile, squeeze their hand, and say, "We chose each other." Every day. If you want more stories like this, more real-life wisdom about love after 60, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who believes in lasting love. Because the world needs more love stories just like yours.